Our returning viewers. First things first, we got Ice Spice on our menu. It seems like she is back with a hit, okay? Her song Big Guy, that I did not expect to go viral, is going crazy right now because it has just entered the Billboard Hot 100 chart officially, okay? Okay, little girl, period. Everybody's saying, wow, Ice Spice is so back. She's back on the throne. What throne was she on? I didn't know she was on a throne. Y'all gave her that princess title, but I don't really quite see that, why that was a thing. But congrats to Ice Spice, though. I will say, though, I do believe that Big Guy is a fun bop. You know, I had to realize it's not about, with Ice Spice, you know, the talent, the bars. It's like trying to expect a fish to walk. Like, all you gonna do is swim, and that's it. Okay? Doesn't mean you're not worthy. You're just not worthy in the space of humans. You're just worthy in the space of the ocean. And Ice Spice is worthy in the space of flaps. You know, that's what she does. But Ice Spice's Big Guy, y'all, people are really acting as if, you know, it's a comeback single. It's not a comeback single. It's not a comeback single, but I will say it's getting some trending traction. Let's not get carried away. Okay, y'all, let's not get carried away acting as if this is some like, oh, it's a smash. No, but I will give her props for making some noise. It's making more noise than her last album did, combined. It's making more noise than her most recent singles. Pretty Privilege, Tutti, all those songs didn't get on Billboard, but Big Guy did. Okay, but I also think it's probably the popular movie that's making it pop. You know, this is attached to that SpongeBob movie, so that's probably why it's getting this push, you know. But I will say, this is a solo entry on Billboard, so congrats to Ice, congrats to Ice. Moving on to Doechii. Doechii has been named the 9th greatest pop star of 2025 by Billboard. Yes, by Billboard. The Swamp Queen randomly lost over 30 million month listeners last year. A true pop star, they said, okay? A true pop star. Now, me personally, you know, they clowned Doechii for losing listeners, but I'm not gonna lie to you, that is kind of suspicious, though, because she was popping, and all of a sudden, millions of listeners just gone away. That's some bots, allegedly. That's some bots, okay? Now, is Doechii, like, top 10 pop star of last year? No, I wouldn't say that. She was for the first half of the year, but after that second half of the year, like, after, like, around, like, May and June, July, she kind of disappeared. She disappeared. And her reign earlier in that year was not that strong to be top 10 by the time the year ended. So Doechii's placing on this list is kind of inaccurate to me. I'll place her top 20, like number 15, number 16, but I would not give her top 10. There were too many heavy hitters in 2025. No, like I said, I'm not being shady, I'm not being messy, I'm not being mean. I'm just being real, okay? Doechii is great, she's amazing, but let's be real. The industry is trying to act as if she's bigger than what she is. She's not that, like, she's not quite hitting those metrics like that right now. Anxiety is what carried her last year, but even then, Anxiety kind of hit a plateau. But I am very excited to hear what Doechii has to say for her 2026 era. I'm pretty sure it's going to be bomb and amazing and tea, so I'm not concerned about that at all. You know, Doechii is talented. She has the skill set. But she didn't have that many hits last year when it came to the full year landscape. The full landscape of the last year, she didn't have that many hits. She had that one Anxiety song. She had the Niles River. And she had a few songs with, like, some features, but they weren't really going anywhere. But would y'all give Doechii number 9 on the best pop star of 2025? Okay, this is the list came out by Billboard, okay? Moving on to Kai Cenat. I don't know if y'all keep up with Kai, but Kai Cenat, you know, he's a streamer, you know, he does social media and stuff like that. He does a lot of crazy, unhinged stuff on his channel, on Twitch and stuff. But as of recently, he took a new turn. He is entering the fashion world. He has his own brand now. He's working on and building, and, you know, his audience is kind of laughing at him. They're saying, Kai, what are you doing? Why all of a sudden you think you're Virgil now? You think you're somebody you're not. You're doing too much. You're trying too hard. You're trying to elevate yourself. And his fan base is basically clowning him. Now, my thing about Kai Cenat and his, like, new era is, I'm not against it, but I'm not surprised that his fans are saying that. Kai just has to ignore them. Kai's fans are like teenagers and preteens and adults who don't have a life, who, you know, watch 8-hour streams of a person like screaming into a microphone. So of course they don't have the concept of, you know, self-growth, self-development, starting businesses, starting, you know, a fashion line and what that means, and materials and vision and artistic and alignment. They don't understand any of that. So I understand why he's getting backlash, but I'm not against him doing it. Like, do what you want to do for sure. I don't think anybody should ever live because of like, oh, the comments said this, the comments said that. Fuck the comments. The comments don't mean shit. Like, let's just be very real. Okay, so Kai, keep doing your thing, keep on grinding, and don't let your fans who are kids with no income try to tell you what you can't do to make income. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna sell out. Kai's clothes will sell out. You know, because not everybody is dumb. But I do hate that everybody trying to clown a black man for trying to get better. Everybody loves the black man when he acting like a monkey, acting crazy, acting goofy. But when he wants to be smart, getting into his serious bag, it's like, dang. But I think also people probably are laughing because Kai is a person who doesn't take himself too seriously. And then all of a sudden he's switching up and being real serious. It's like, wait, what's going on? And, you know, but he's young and he has so much time to figure out so many things. And, you know, y'all need to leave him alone. Like, chill out on Kai. Let him do his thing. Let him rock out. He's real sweet, real kind, real cool. And I feel like Kai is like unproblematic for the most part. Now, my opinion for Kai Cenat, his brand, you know, right now he's doing it like these little videos showcasing his journey, his story, and oh my gosh, I'm a fashion guy now. I feel like what Kai should have done was just like, okay, drop the brand, do the marketing, do the crazy content, showcase everything, you know, cool, sell out, make money, then showcase the behind the scenes and how you were feeling, and then, you know, how much money you made and your journey. Because let's be real, people don't give a fuck about you unless you're making money, unless they see that it's working out. Until then, you just try hard trying to be somebody. That's what I realized in life. Nobody cares about you until it's actually working, and then all of a sudden everybody cares. Oh, you were a genius this whole time. Yeah, bitch, where were you at when I was a genius 2 months ago, grinding my ass off? Now you want to clap for me? It's just weird. But I wish that Kai waited a bit longer before he wants to, you know, showcase this whole era of him. Wait until you sold out, dropped, and had the collection fully out, because then it's like, it just feels incomplete when you're trying to do this whole transformation.
One thing for certain, Kai is performing. As much as I don't want to say it, I really love his content, he's performing it. And I wish he waited and dropped Viviette, whatever he's trying to do, and all the videos, I wish he waited and saw what he could do without his name being in the front of the brand. No matter what he does, when he drops, people are gonna be like, this is Kai's brand. If he did all the getting better, this, that, and the third, started from scratch, and we saw it after, and it was like, oh my god, he's the face of this brand, and we could see from when he started to when his brand dropped or whatever he wants to do, that is hard, and that is not performative. That is like, oh wow, like, whole time we didn't even know it was him, and people are buying it just because it's tough. Nowadays, if he drops it, everyone will be like, oh yeah, that's Kai's brand, fuck with it for what it is, and it's Kai's brand. He's gonna sell out, it's Kai.
Moving on to Piss Risha, aka Porta Potty Miami. Moving on to Miss Golden Shower 305. She says that her new album is coming out, and she puts like mind blown emoji and like pressure emoji, the little emoji, like the woo, it's gonna be good. This not gonna be good, girl. This not gonna be good. You know that new sample you got. You know it's tea when you see them two fingers touching. I'm still surprised that you haven't like quit your career yet. Like I'm surprised you're still on here discussing an album. Like wow, like audacity. I'm trying to tell y'all literally do not need anything in this world but audacity. Seriously, Carisha needs to be ashamed of her damn self. For real. For real. Okay? And I normally don't push shame. Well, I do. If I push shame on you, you need it. You need to be shameful. Okay? Seriously. Because there's no way. And does Carisha, in my eyes, have like a redemption, like, you know, opportunity with me? No. She can't put out a new song, and if it's good, I'll support her. I don't like her. I don't care. I don't care what she do. Okay? Y'all are, and people who are laughing at the Carisha song and making it a trend, y'all are literally overlooking her support for Diddy. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. I don't care. Y'all are overlooking it. Y'all are acting as if it never happened. That's one of my main reasons why I can't really rock with her, because you supported what he has done. I'm sorry. I don't care if he was nice to you. You are for all the mess, girl. You nasty, girl. You trifling. You disgusting. You are a piss pot. That's all you will ever be is a piss pot. And a flop. And a non-talented slow girl. That's how I feel. Ow, wow, wow, wow. Moving on to Nicki Minaj, she has already surpassed 200 million streams on Spotify in 2026. Mind you, we're only 20 days into the year. What? That's crazy. That means Nicki Minaj has earned already about $800,000 to over $1 million just off of Spotify royalties alone, okay? Wow, in 20 days? See, that's just off her Spotify alone, okay? Already $1 million just off of streams, okay? So that's a big deal. That's a really big deal, but I'm sure she doesn't get all the money. I know that. It's a cut, it's fees, it's da-da-da. So she probably made about $400,000, $300,000 just off of her catalog in January, and it's not even over yet. That's crazy to me, okay? Congrats to Nicki Minaj. Mind you, she hasn't released a single since November 2024. Okay, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal, okay? So, you know, we're gonna clap for that. Okay, these streams, they don't pay a lot, but if you have a lot of streams, they will pay you a good amount. I feel like 200 million should be about $3 million alone, but that's a whole different conversation. But also, it seems like Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat are the only female rappers that have surpassed 200 million and 100 million streams on Spotify as of 2026. So these two ladies are the ones who are actually doing it. But, you know, all the Doja Cat's numbers are from pre-V era. I told you this before. Not much of Doja Cat's numbers are from V at all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And also, I'm still kind of sad about that. Like, me and my friends, we played V in the car. We was like, wait, y'all sleeping on this for real? Y'all really gonna sleep on this joint for real? Y'all is insane. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are nasty. Y'all have no taste. But unfortunately, Doja Cat made the bed and she laid in it. Okay, I'm glad she laid in it. See, Doja Cat got very comfortable with the payola that she had back in 2023. You know, she had the big push for that song, Paint the Town Red. She felt very comfortable, okay? If you have fans streaming your music and you cuss out your fans, you're cutting the source of why you're successful in the first place. Therefore, in the long run, they're not going to stream your music, okay? So, let's just be very honest here. But congrats to Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj. They're doing their thing. Nicki Minaj has reposted this Forbes article right now. In a recent Forbes article under the business and Hollywood entertainment section, Nicki Minaj's song hits #1 thanks to a 44,000% sales spike. They said on the social media post, Nicki Minaj is canceled, in quotes, okay? And Nicki reposted this post, and she put a Chucky meme on it. You know, she loves a good Chucky meme, child. She loves a good Chucky meme. And the song they're talking about is My Life. You know, the fans bought it up, streamed it, got it to #1 on the charts, on the R&B digital song sales charts, and hip-hop song sales charts. And they love this song. Like, this is a really big song in the community. This song is okay to me. It's not my favorite, but it's cute. You know, I don't stream it, though, but I like it. It's decent. If it comes on, I'll keep it on. I won't change it, but it is my favorite. My life, my life, my life, my life, my life, my life. Moving on to Glorilla, like I've been telling y'all, she has been getting talked about a lot recently for her face, for her looks, but as of recently, she's slowly turning into Little Kim, all right? Her face is looking like some little 12-year-old girl, 12-year-old doll. I don't know if it's a filter, it's a surgery work. She gonna go on her Twitter and say, no lash moment. Glow, stop. Glow, stop. You look fake as shit. What is going on with your face? Now, me personally, I don't think Glow is ugly, but why does she always look so, like, manufactured recently? Like, her pictures look very manufactured and, like, highly edited, or, like, something is just looking very uncanny valley. I don't know, okay? A lot of the rap girls be looking fake in the face, you know? But I feel like Glow obviously doesn't think she's pretty, so she has to use these filters, these angles, the surgery. But people are saying it's getting quite scary, okay? I don't know. I mean, I feel like ever since Young Thug called her ugly on the phone and everybody was laughing at her, being ugly, that's when she started to start morphing into a new person. Because ever since that phone call leaked with Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist talking about how ugly she is, I feel like that's when she started to look like a new creature and looking like just fake. I don't know what it is. And I seen her in person. She don't look like this. She does not look like this at all. I've seen Glow. Okay, front row as well. Glow, you don't look like this. Your face structure is more strong. I don't know what's going on or who you're trying to convince, but it ain't them damn lashes talking about some, no lash moment. No, girl. Filter moment. Surgery moment. That's what it is.
Not Glow debuting a new face. Now, I don't know if this is Facetune or not, but Glow popped up on X this morning and she is looking good and refreshed. At this point, I think she might be trolling us because you know how they say somebody is going blow for blow with someone else? She is going nip for tuck with other girls in the industry. Or should I say face for face if you know what I'm saying? Ask me, Glow has been fairly open with the procedures that she has gotten done. She fessed up to her rhinoplasty, but she did deny getting facial balancing. So y'all do the comparisons, honey. The face looks balanced to me, child. I was definitely clocking her in the comments and everything from she was a clone to she was doing too much to it was getting scary. Really, I like the changes that she has made. I said, I think that this might be Facetune. She went under the knife again, but if she did, that's her prerogative. It's her life and it's her body. I'm curious to know what y'all think regarding this. I need to know if y'all feel like that video by Glorilla is heavily Facetune or if y'all think she might have went back and got a little something done. Drop them comments down below, y'all. This is literally insane. Peace.
Don't blame this facial balancing shit on me, okay? Just say a bitch cute, because I didn't do no facial balance. You bitches running my nose out to look fucked up and it settled in and I look good and now y'all mad. And now y'all saying that I got everything done. You just have to give some time. It take time to heal. Y'all ready to talk about a bitch. And then the motherfucker settled in and now y'all on talking about a bitch got X, Y, and Z done to their face. It's still big. It just settled.
Moving on to Tyler. Tyler becomes the first African act in history to earn multiple top 50 solo entries on the Billboard Hot 100. Chanel has entered top 50, y'all. Yes. Okay. Like I said, no Drake, no Future, no Dave features, just her talent on full display. A solo queen, I stand. I've been through this a long time ago, but it takes time for things to catch up in the real world. And people don't always get things immediately. I don't think anybody should get something immediately. I think it should take time for it to fully transform into the real world. Tyler is a hitmaker, and this is not going to be her last hit. She's going to have at least 10, 20 more hits over the span of her 20-year career, because she'll be here for a while. She will be here for a long time, okay? I just see it. I just feel it. I just taste it. I just know it. But, people aren't going to like Tyler because they still have a lot of hate towards her, still to this day. But top 50, girl. What you gonna do to celebrate? I don't know, maybe a remix with Drake, perhaps? Let me stop. I don't know if she wants a Drake feature, but I think a Drake feature would do good though for her. I don't know. I think it could really take her into that American market. I know y'all have y'all opinions. I know y'all think, oh, Drake this, Drake that, and all this stuff. But I said what I said and I feel how I feel. Okay, point blank, period. But by this point, y'all, the song is kind of dying out. So Chanel, I'm talking about Chanel, by the way. Chanel is kind of dying out, so we don't really know if it's going to continue to rise. But we're going to keep the faith. You got to keep the faith in life. That's the only way you're going to be successful, is keeping that faith, keeping that spirit high. All right. But yes, y'all, I'm proud of Tyler as always. And Tyler, I need you to go and ask somebody for a Grammy performance placement. Pull a Normani in 2021 for the VMAs, okay? Ask for a performance bag, okay? That's what you need to do, all right? For real. Seriously. Social media users are discussing Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B about their man or whatever, So there's a picture of Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson working out together. They say he even has a voiceover. This is her husband. I don't care. They said Cardi B was undesirable with 3 kids and a divorce. She bagged a fine NFL star and had his baby. They called Megan ran through. She locked down a 4-time NBA champ who posts her proudly. The internet isn't real life. Well, let's be very clear about the Cardi B thing. He is a DL man trying to use Cardi B as a cover-up. Also had 4 other kids in 2025. That's not a flex. Okay? And Cardi B isn't even divorced yet. Let's stop. Y'all love to rewrite history as if she's winning. Stop. Cardi B is not winning with her man. Let's not do that. Let's not. Anybody who has to actively defend her BD for strangling a fucking chef, she's not winning. Cardi B is not winning. All right? And also, Stephon Diggs, he's not a prize. Even his teammates know that.
Devin, what guy on the scene would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell?
Diggs. What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stephon Diggs.
This team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I could date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
This team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
But nobody want me to date his sister. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually, seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
You just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. Just a bit. Alright, who do I want to date my sister?
Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. About her part, they said they called Megan ran through. She locked down a 4-time NBA champ. Is he locked down for real? Or I don't know. We're gonna see how this works in about 4 to 5 years. They gonna be around for a long time, y'all. I'm not saying they aren't. But you know how it is once relationships get on social media. I keep telling everybody this. Once it gets publicized and it's a whole spectacle and you on FaceTime, on Instagram Live, and you on TikTok Live, kissing your man, and you doing YouTube vlogs and TikTok vlogs and, spend a day with me, my man. I don't know. It just invites energy that's not needed. It just invites that weird stuff. I don't know how to explain it, because then the relationship becomes a performance. And once something becomes a performance, it loses its authenticity and it loses its spark. And you don't want to get too caught up in the whole posting your man stuff. It's not gonna work out well, because it's just not. If, like I said, an appreciation post here and there is cute, but once you start doing a gym vlogs with me and Bae on all that corny stuff, I'm sorry, it's a ticking time bomb at that point. It's a ticking time bomb. It just is. Whether it's a 5-year ticking time bomb or a 2-year ticking time bomb, it's a ticking time bomb. Moving on, Cardi B is getting embarrassed by Ice Spice. Yes, Cardi. Wow, who would have thought that Ice Spice would be surpassing Cardi B in 2026? Damn. Ice Spice's Big Guy has surpassed 25 million streams, all right? And in that case, it is outperforming 26 of the 27 flop-ass songs on Am I the Slut released this year by Cardi B. It is also expected to surpass Outside next month, despite dropping 5 months later than Am I the Trauma, okay? Now, Barney, your career is done. You got Ice Spice surpassing you. And mind you, Cardi, you have a whole team, a whole camp of ghostwriters and people who do work for you. You don't do work. You don't do anything but go in the studio and they write the lyrics for you. You recite it. You don't do work. You don't do anything. Okay, you sit on your bum concussion booty and you sit there and you just recite stuff. And you be needing to bring somebody in to help you pronounce too. So that's a whole other fee as well. You got the writers, then you got the person to help you like spell out the words. Because you still read with your fingers. No shade. Now, me personally, when it comes to Ice Spice and Cardi B, I feel like their beef was kind of random. I don't know. I still can't quite pinpoint exactly why. Well, I do know why. Oh yeah.
I keep trying to tell y'all that Cardi B came for every single female rapper in her latest album, Am I the Drama, including Ice Spice, so let's talk about what was said. And in my opinion, I do think she let Ice Spice off a little easy. So let's give their beef a little bit of context. In late 2022, Ice Spice is enjoying the success of Munch, and she's being played everywhere. She was hot at the time. So Cardi B, just for funsies, goes ahead and records a verse for the song Munch. Now she plays a snippet of the song on IG Live, and fans go crazy. They're like, you gotta put it out. But Cardi B is very explicit in saying, this is not an official remix, this is just me having fun. I don't even think my verse is good enough to make the song better than what it actually already is. So nothing came of that, but it's clear through her actions, obviously, that Cardi B was enjoying Ice Spice's music. She even also re-references it in Tomorrow Too. Shortly after that, Nicki Minaj would go on to follow Ice Spice on Instagram. They end up linking up and they drop the Princess Diana remix, early 2023. Now, June 2023, Cardi B is performing the song Tomorrow Too, and she opens up the performance by playing a clip of a twerking like Annie from the musical. And now a lot of people thought that this was shaped towards Ice Spice, clearly because of the hair. And this is Cardi B went on Instagram Live where she clarified that it was never meant to be shade, and she just played it because of Annie's song Tomorrow. So fast forward to April 2024, Cardi B gets into it with influencer Ray Monte on Twitter. He's a big influencer, and it's also very well known that he's a barb. He basically says that Cardi B's rise and her success was easier because she's light skinned, and it would have been harder for a dark skinned black woman to reach the levels of success that Cardi B has reached. He also calls Cardi B Mexican, which everybody knows Cardi B is not Mexican. So Cardi B questions him on that, and she says, I don't know why you feel comfortable calling me Mexican when I don't have any Mexican heritage, yet other Dominican artists like Zoe Saldana and Ice Spice, you don't call them Mexicans. Ice Spice jumps into the conversation, which to this day I don't even know why she would feel like this needed to be said, but she says, no offense, Cardi, it's because I have a Dominican parent and a black one. Cardi B ends up quote retweeting Ice Spice, and she's like, I think there might be some confusion with what was said. I asked why he feels comfortable calling me Mexican. I don't have Mexican parents. My mom is Trini. She came out of a whole black woman. My father's Dominican. I'm Dominican just like you. And she ends this tweet perfectly. She says, also, can you send me that picture you took of me with your camera from Vanity Fair? Thank you. Now, why is this important? This last line is really important because so far, Ice Spice has aligned herself with Nicki Minaj non-stop since Princess Diana dropped. Now, the Vanity Fair event that Cardi B's talking about happened more than a week prior to this conversation, so Cardi B does not give a fuck about the pictures. She wants to put pressure on Ice Spice. She invited herself into the conversation after not even being tagged, just so she could patronize her being somehow more Dominican than Cardi B. So now that Cardi has chosen to quote retweet her and at her directly, if Ice Spice chooses to ignore Cardi B, then it kind of just feeds into the narrative that she's ignoring Cardi B and being shady towards her because maybe she has to appease Nicki Minaj. But if she does post a photo, then now she has to kind of admit that she's a little friendlier with Cardi B than intended. Maybe not even intended, but friendlier than she let on. And so what does Ice Spice do? She posts them. She had to, right? Fans immediately noticed that this is obviously a very intentional move on Cardi's part. And this tweet actually had me cracking up. This person says, praying for my sister Ice because when Nicki about to wake up and tweet lyrics like, someone pass me the ice but not the spice, these hoes with lights are playing dice, pass the paprika me llamo Onika. Just a couple months later, Cardi B is then featured on the song Wanna Be with Gorilla and Meg Thee Stallion. And a lot of people think that her verse intentionally throws a little shit at Ice Spice, including the Vanity Fair situation, right? Cardi says, I wake up to new holes on my dick, I be cute so I pose for a pic, and though they watching I blow them a kiss. And even more so, people think that this is so directed at Ice Spice that she actually says it in Ice Spice's flow. I'll play a little bit of this song for you guys and you can tell me what you think. Shortly thereafter, Ice Spice drops the album Y2K, and in that album there's a song called Baby Bell, and people think she shades Cardi B a couple times in the song. First she says, yeah, I'm that bitch, so they stealing my juice, this one bitch is built like an ant, ew, crash outs, and they go on rants. She also says, think she pretty but change her face, falling behind like bitch, pick up your pace, it was funny till I took her place. Everybody thinks this about Cardi B, including Cardi herself. She runs to Twitter and she's like, these bitches have absolutely lost their mind. I'm getting all my licks back on my album though, on each one of you bitches. Cardi B also says, these bitches can't see me in numbers or status, y'all had way too much time to catch up, can't see me in money, can't see me in real estate fashion, and can't see me in person either. I'm not in a rat race with none of you bitches, and I'm gonna show y'all. And Ice Spice never came out and said, that's not actually about Cardi B. Fast forward to 2025, Cardi B drops Am I the Drama, and the song Magnet pretty much references this.
But also, I feel like the beef between Ice Spice is low-key about Ice Spice being fake and a snake, because no shade, girl, how you buddy with Nicki Minaj, but you behind the scenes taking pictures with Cardi B, but you're shading Cardi B on Twitter and saying that, oh, you this, you're not black, you're not this, whatever, trying to be messy, and then a few months later you get exposed for being fake to Nicki Minaj. I feel like Ice Spice, just her loyalty was just all over the place. Moving on to Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars becomes just the 4th male solo artist in history to score 10 #1 singles in the Billboard Hot 100, joining Michael Jackson, Drake, and Stevie Wonder. Whoa, I didn't realize Drake was almost about to take over Michael Jackson's record. Okay, anyway. No, Bruno Mars is definitely up there, but I wouldn't put Drake up here with these artists. I don't think Drake is that legendary. I mean, on paper he is, but I don't know. Let me stop. But Bruno Mars, congrats to you. Your new album is already a hit. You already breaking records, already going crazy. He about to surpass Stevie Wonder's hit. I feel like Bruno Mars is gonna have a few more #1s from this album. About 2 more #1s. Bruno Mars, he always goes #1. He never ever has a song that doesn't go #1 from each album era. Every album era he has a hit. He is a certified, bona fide hit maker. For real. That's what we can all say about Bruno Mars. We can all admit that, Moving on to NBA YoungBoy, Donald Trump, and Nicki Minaj. So NBA YoungBoy says his album title, Make America Slime Again, means to follow whatever Trump applying. Basically, whatever Trump is saying, y'all need to do that, okay? Because, Trump did free NBA YoungBoy from, I guess, something. He was locked up, probation, I don't know what it was, something, y'all correct me, but he was basically pardoned by Trump. And that's when people are saying, I love NBA Youngboy, but let's see if y'all gonna have that same outrage with him like y'all did with Nicki Minaj. All right, they're saying that y'all only give Nicki Minaj hate because she's Nicki. But no shade, NBA Youngboy and Sexy Red have used the Trump aesthetic and they never got backlash like that. They never have. They never got backlash. I don't know what that's about, but nobody has ever said, oh, NBA Youngboy is canceled, NBA Youngboy is canceled. But y'all give all the hate to Nicki Minaj though. Okay, it just shows who y'all value more. No shade, it shows that y'all value Nicki, y'all care about her opinion. Because if I did not care about Nicki or her opinion, you wouldn't care what she has to say about Trump or any politician for that matter. And y'all problem is this, thinking a politician cares about you. If you're black, no shade, if you're black and you think any politician has your best interest, you already lost. You already don't even get the game. Like, all that is a game. Politicians and the news, all that is brainwashing and brain, like, all that is just bush. Like, it's y'all already, like, you already lost. You think that anybody cares about us? If you're black, they don't care about us. And no matter what party, what culture, what demographic, what organized representation, house, they don't care about us, okay? So we already lost. Whether it's Trump in office, whether it's Biden in office, that's a whole different topic for another day. But my thing about this here is that I feel like we gotta stop putting pressure on celebrities to be like the opinion or like the perfect quote unquote role model for people's like political decisions. You believe what you believe and move on. Who cares? I have my opinion, you have your opinion. Move on. Who gives a fuck? Like, seriously. Oh, he likes Trump. Okay, he likes Trump. Okay, she likes Biden. Okay, and now what? In 20 years, be a whole new president. And now what? Okay, are there some things that I agree and disagree with? Yes. Are there some things that need to be changed? Yes, but there's also things to be changed on both sides. So let's not act like either side is just this one holy thing. Stop. That's not right. That's not real. The Grammys has officially gone downhill. Performers for this year's Grammys so far, we have Alex Warren, Somber, Leon Thomas, The Marias, Olivia Dean, Lola Young, Cat's Eye, Addison Rae, and Sabrina Carpenter. I'm not excited for anybody but Sabrina. Like, no shade. Maybe Leon Thomas, maybe Cat's Eye that had better music, but everybody on this list is like Akaya. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they're all bad people. I'm sure y'all like them, some people, but what happened to the industry? Like, the Grammys is literally like not it no more. Why don't we have Tyler, Coco Jones? Why don't we have artists like Bruno? Didn't Bruno just drop a new album? Why don't we have Billy? Why don't we have artists like, who else dropped a new album this year? Oh yeah, Doechii. Don't Doechii always perform pretty well? Why isn't Doechii gonna be on here performing? Tate McRae, ain't she nominated too? Why my girl Tate not on the show? Ariana Grande, like, what's going on with these award shows? Like, are y'all skipping out? Are y'all leaving? Or is just some people not announced yet? But this is boring. If this is who's performing, I'm not watching. I'm not watching. I'll wait till it comes out on YouTube and I'll see Sabrina Carpenter perform. Why isn't Taylor Swift going to be performing? Why doesn't she perform live? That's weird. I never understood why Taylor Swift doesn't perform, but she's always so desperate for a fucking Grammy. But she's never performing on the stage. Like, it's just weird to me. Like, that's how you know she's low-key, like, a Grammy darling. Because how she never performs on stage, but they always give her an award. Something not right. It's fishy. But yeah, I'm not watching this Grammys this year. I might probably watch a few seconds of it, but I'm not gonna tune in fully because this looks boring. The show already gonna be boring. Like, is Bruno gonna perform? Like, what's going on? Moving on to Cardi B. Cardi B's Am I the Drama Tour is low-key almost sold out. Boston, 99%. Baltimore, 98%. Philly, 99%. Raleigh, 99%. Atlanta, 99%. Houston, 98%. Dallas, 98%. Chicago, 99%. New York, 99%. Newark, 99%. Toronto, 97%. Inglewood, 99%. San Fran, 99%. Vancouver, 99%. New York, Date 2, 99%. Why is it randomly just jump like that? Like, let's be very clear. Nobody's online discussing this tour. There are people who I still know in real life who say Cardi B is going on tour. There's like nobody knows she's on tour for real. So how is nobody knowing you're on tour? Nobody's discussing your tour on social media like that. Nobody is buying tickets, but all of a sudden your tour is almost sold out. Isn't that a bit strange and a little bit weird? Or am I tripping? Or am I wrong? I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. But let's talk, y'all. Why is her tour randomly just jumping like that? Like, is that not fishy to y'all? Y'all don't realize how scammy the industry is? It's scammy. It's scammy-ana. But watch people clap for it, though. Watch they gonna clap. I feel like if these shows sell out, I feel like there was definitely some dirty work done. I don't care what anybody gotta say. Oh, she sold out. Why can't you just believe and accept it? Nobody's talking about this tour. Like I heard more people talk about the Bruno Mars tour than Cardi B's tour. What's going on? You know how you be scrolling online, you be scrolling on TikTok, and you see people say, oh my gosh, I just secured this person's tickets. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nobody's doing that for Cardi B. Nobody's doing that. Doja. I be like, oh my gosh. Doja Cat's Planet Her remains on the Billboard 200 for a 202nd week. Damn, little mama, you been charting for a while. Like, oh. I be like, whoa. When I saw Doja Cat on the chart, I was like, whoa. I be telling y'all, Planet Her is that girl. Planet Her is that girl. I think Doja Cat thought that V was gonna be Planet Her. You can tell she thought it was, because she didn't really do too much promo by the time V came out. She kind of was a little more chill, a little more quiet. Because let's be real, right? Leading up to Doja Cat's like run for her rollout for her new album, it was low-key, people were talking about Cardi B more than Doja Cat. So, like, Cardi B low-key overshadowed Doja Cat when it came to the drop of the albums. Okay, all right? That's the number one problem there. Now, I think Doja Cat's Planet Her, in my opinion, was the best move she could have ever made for her career. It was the best move. I mean, let's just be honest. She had an Ariana Grande feature. She almost had Nicki feature. She almost had Nicki on there. She had, like, a lot of just experimental things. I feel like once you start taking yourself too seriously as an artist, that's when you fall off. Because being an artist is not about trying to, like, be like this crazy genius. It's about having fun and then, you know, calling yourself a genius later once you've, you know, done what you did. But I do think that Doja Cat, she gonna have a hit again. I can see her having a hit again, but I don't think it's gonna be as big as Planet Her. Moving on to Nicki Minaj, okay? Nicki is currently occupying the entire top 5 with 5 music videos on the iTunes US hip hop rap chart. Damn. Number 5, we have my anaconda don't want nothing unless you got buns, huh? 4, we got and I'm at the Barbie. I'm a dog, but I still want to party. Number 3, we got Number 2, we got ooh, he let me get form. Number 1, we have AK. Now, I think that, you know, people be clowning Nicki Minaj. They be saying, oh, Nicki can only chart on iTunes. Oh, Nicki only gets chart placements on iTunes and these Kia charts, you know, these Kaya charts, these charts that don't matter, right? But me personally, though, we don't see the other girls on these charts, so, I mean, it's something to clap about. No shade. Why Cardi ain't top 5? Why Ice Spice ain't top 5? Why Megan ain't top 5? Why Doechii ain't top 5? Like, if we're gonna be real, let's be real, okay? And mind you, these songs are old, so this is a big deal. It shows you that the fans are buying older music, okay, because they want to buy it and they want to stream it, they want to watch the videos, okay? So I'm never going to clown somebody for being top on iTunes. Like, that's not a diss, okay? It's iTunes. People consume music, right? It's a chart, right? Okay, cool. So that means it's relevant. Stop playing so much. Oh, what? Child, SZA was spotted with Chris Brown. Child, I don't know. You know, SZA has always been this fake moral police. She always want to be in the right. She always want to be like, you know, like, this is what's right, this is what's wrong. So I'm very surprised that SZA and Chris Brown were linked up together. I'm very surprised, okay? But this is my question for y'all, right? Are y'all going to give SZA the same backlash y'all give every other girl who works for Chris Brown that, you know, that they get? Y'all gave Chloe hell. Y'all gave a lot of people hell. Y'all give a lot of people, like, backlash for supporting Chris Brown, okay? Are y'all going to give SZA the same treatment or not, all right? They saying, just for me, Twitter is, she now a cancel pick-me that supports abusers, question mark, all right? They're saying, so is that what y'all going to say about her now? Or y'all going to just sit up and let it slide, all right? Because y'all be picking and choosing who y'all want to be beefing with online. I be peeping that about y'all. Like, y'all don't, everybody who Chris collab with, y'all don't call them weird. It be certain ones. Why y'all quiet about SZA? Y'all need to go call SZA a apologist, right? That's what y'all want to do, right? Okay, cool. Why y'all ain't doing that? Ain't she Rihanna's friend? Ain't she on Rihanna's album? Okay, ain't she a snake now, right? What's up? Everybody quiet as shit now. Wake up, get up. Y'all love that selective outrage. I can't stand y'all because y'all fake. Social media is so fake. Y'all have so much selective outrage. It's corny to me. It's mad corny. Moving on to Fetty Wap, y'all. Where are my Fetty Wap fans? I'm a Fetty Wap fan. What is his fan called? Whoppers? Oh, wait, isn't that a burger from... No, let me stop. Fresh out of jail, Fetty Wap joins Ice Spice's new challenge, and he seems to be pretty happy outside of jail. Yes. Fetty Wap's music is also going viral online right now. People are happy to see him out. So, you know, I'm happy to see Fetty Wap out. Fetty Wap is a pretty cool, chill guy to me. I like him. So, I hope he has a hit coming out this year. I would love to see Fetty Wap's return to success. Congrats, Fetty Wap, on your arrival back to the public, okay? Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, Lord. I feel bad for Beehive. Woo! Beehive is online saying that, y'all, Beyonce is coming back soon because guess what? It's almost tax season, which means that Beyonce has a new venture she's going to announce, a new product, or something new that she's going to be talking about. And that's kind of sad. The fact that Beehive is openly admitting that Beyonce only talks to them when they need when they need to buy something from her, that's sad. That's sad. Like, that's kind of sad to me. Okay, these are some of the tweets that people are talking about. They say the beautiful sound of W-2s hitting mailboxes and inboxes around the country can only mean one thing. Beyonce is coming. Yikes. Then they said tax season is almost upon us, so a Beyonce sighting is soon. Get out. Get out. Y'all need to teach that bitch a lesson one time, okay? Teach her a lesson. Be like, we're not buying from you. Period. And she gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna buy from me? Bet. Okay? I'm just playing though, but Beyonce, you know, she's smart. I guess she obviously knows people have extra money to spend, so why not, you know, do a little something. But I do think her album is coming out around May. I think around May, June. She may start her rollout next month. I don't know. We're gonna see. I think it's smart for her to start her rollout next month because that's Black History Month, okay? February. And I can see her doing that. You know, this whole 3-act part is about reclaiming black culture. So maybe if she reclaims black culture and announces it on February, aka Black History Month, sidebar, why do we get the shortest month out of all the months for Black History? That's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah. Period, boo. Beyonce, we're gonna see what you got up your sleeve. We're gonna see what you got up your sleeve. And I don't want no BS from